Gonka API is a provider of access to the decentralized Gonka AI network. But what is a decentralized network? It is a system powered by high-performance GPUs distributed all over the world, with no single point of control. There is no central server, no company, and no single point everything depends on. But let's take it step by step. How is it different from open router or traditional corporations? And where do the computing resources come from? And why is the price so low? Is it just dumping and marketing? That's not it. It's way more personal than that. Let's start with our own story. You and I have lived through not one, not two, not three. Oh, goodness gracious. But 4 crypto booms. The booms gave birth to 2 powerful forces, the miners and the stakers. Each time, there were more and more miners, and with them, more garages packed with equipment. Eventually, a garage hobby turned into a global infrastructure. And all that hardware combined eats more electricity than, for example, the entire country of Argentina.
Turn it back on!
As for stakers, they have a different style. Messing around with equipment isn't really their thing. They took their capital, put it in a freezer, and now they're waiting for the moment when the money gets released back out. Right now, there are billions of dollars sitting in that freezer. So, what's the catch? Miners burn electricity on hardware. Stakers freeze millions of dollars. Neither group creates a useful result for society. Meanwhile, mega corporations are frantically borrowing money to invest in the urgent construction of data centers. Thanks to these data centers, we can drop 1,000 pages of text into a dialog box and get a translation within minutes. We put a task into it and get a useful result back. Using neural networks is becoming a basic form of literacy, just like computers once did. It's no surprise that in just 1 year, ChatGPT grew from over 200 million messages to 2 billion. And that's just everyday requests. How to cook, what to buy, how to organize a move, and even how to apologize to your wife. Imagine opening your AI assistant, and instead of the usual chat window, you see access restricted. How are you supposed to save your marriage now? AI has already become everyone's friend. Scientists use it to develop new medicines. Businesses have automated entire layers of office routine and education. Security. Everyone is talking about a major reform. Which means all of these areas, from private everyday tasks to government-level systems, could receive the same notification at any moment. Your account has been blocked and is no longer being served. For political reasons, for economic reasons, or simply by mistake. In a situation like that, AI is both a superpower and a super vulnerability, as long as control over computation remains in the hands of a small group of people. This is becoming one of the key risks for humanity in the 21st century. Sounds scary, but there is an idea. Let's go back to miners and stakers. The first group already has enough hardware. The second already has enough capital. Together, they could already create a distributed data center so that your AI chat window would always keep working. There is only one problem left. They are scattered all over the world, and everyone is busy doing their own thing. So how do you unite them? That's exactly the question the Lieberman brothers, David and Daniel, set out to answer. Let me tell you a bit about them first. Then we'll get to the idea itself. Raised in a 9-child household by biophysicist parents, the two had their hands on computers in the 80s, long before the internet showed up. By 18, they'd already sold their first business for 30 grand, then immediately lost everything by putting it all into the next one. The next venture brought in $6 million. The Cyprus crisis took it. They didn't stop. Their tolerance for failure deserves its own story, and we'll tell it in a dedicated series. Then they headed to the valley, crashed on a friend's couch, and built another company, which they sold to Snapchat for $60 million. Right now, they are building the Gonka AI network, which is tearing the exclusive right to superintelligence out of the hands of 4 mega corporations. One person with a rack of GPUs won't change anything.
Why?
But if you connect their hardware to someone else's, and then to more people and more again, voila! Together they form a distributed network with the power of a global data center. For the user, this creates an opportunity to get computation not from corporations, but from the Gonka network. Their request is distributed across the network's participants, using a little bit of everyone's computing power. The network is built on a principle of a community, and in a community, there is no single boss who can switch off your second brain. This is a fight to ensure that the future belongs to everyone. In just 6 months, the brothers built a global community around the protocol. Scientists, infrastructure giants, and everyone in between. Bitfury, one of the biggest names in mining, has thrown $50 million behind it, recognizing the project as a critical frontier for the infrastructure of the future. All of them, together with hundreds of independent hosts, are developing the network as a public good, one that is not controlled by any corporation or government. A global supercomputer spread across the entire planet, resilient, uncontrolled, and just as importantly, accessible. Why do you think OpenAI disabled the Sora video generator while Anthropic is planning to provide less compute for the same price? There simply isn't enough capacity. People were not ready for the avalanche of demand for artificial intelligence, and that avalanche is only going to get bigger. That is exactly why we are here, to prepare for it. As you've probably realized, we want to live in a world where AI is available to everyone. A world where no political or financial barrier can stand between a user and their AI. And if you share our vision, join Gonka. The race for the future has already begun.
Okay, fine. I get it. Almost. Let me check something real quick. Oh. I get it.